Okay. That was a good discussion. I should probably have been recording the whole lot. But we could see a range of different things there, many of which are being done already. But I want us to be mindful anyway, whether there's policies already in place, for us to be mindful of the way that we work and whether that would actually be helpful or not. Let's look at part 2 of Zara's story. She comments over breakfast. She's still in the out-of-home care service. She comments that she'd like to be back with her family, which includes the person who's been alleged as an abuser. As a result, one of the workers says, I don't know whether she was actually abused anyway. She's saying she's wanting to be back. How could that be possible? This happens. Why would she want to be back with her family? Because they're her family. Because people have this bond with their family, and they have a bond with the abuser. So there's still mixed and confusing emotional issues there. But if it's hard for you to picture someone wanting to be back with the abuser, then picture them wanting to be back with their family and to just feel like they've got a normal life and to be away from all the systems abuse. So a friend of mine comments that she said it's hard for me to call myself sexually abused from the age of 12, but I very clearly know that that's exactly what was happening. I just thought at the time like I had a really special relationship with my grandfather. No, she wasn't Muslim. She was... Seriously? No, that's the way abusers work, is some of them are fist in the face, abusive, aggressive. Some of them feel like they're having a sexual relationship that's forbidden and therefore must be kept secret. People are strange. Abuse is all sorts of different ways. But yeah, in that case, you could argue that it was consenting if you hadn't done the lesson on consent, where we knew that there are some people who aren't able to give, that stuff. It happens. But the systems abuse part of it is one of the workers expressing doubt about whether she's abused. Another one of the workers is concerned because she's found this new youth group, and it's this funny little fringe Eastern religious group. I haven't written cult on the board there, but you get the gist. She's making these choices about doing these things. And also she's hard to get along with. I can imagine all of these being pretty predictable, realistic things that we could expect to have happen. She wants that sense of belonging, that sense of connection. She's been taken away. She's confused. She's not sure what's going on. She can be hard to get along with. These are going to be the clients that you're going to struggle to get along with yourself. This is why I mention it, is sometimes the abuse is the policy, sometimes is you might never do it, but your co-workers might have difficulties with individuals. So could you predict any problems about Zara's rights? So she has the right to access to her family. She has the right to be treated fairly. She has the right to be believed. She has the right to choose her own religion. She has the right to a home and a safe service, despite the fact that she can be a little bitch at times and hard to get along with. I'll just pause it there. Okay, so that was a good discussion. So any problems with rights, we've covered them. Making sure that their rights are protected and the service is delivered with respect for the diversity of personal values, beliefs and attitudes is hard. One small method is that homelessness services, so I'm talking different to out-of-home care now, I'm talking people who are older and not able to live with their family for some reason, not removed, but yeah. they're having to put up I think most of them had it already, but it's now part of their funding brief. They now have to put up a statute of clients' rights, where the clients are clearly able to see you've got the right to service, you've got the right to expect a certain level of service. We talked home visitors earlier, but let me just recap. The home visitors system within out-of-home care and within the disability service is a person who comes in from outside, typically a volunteer. They're registered, they're police checked, they're working with vulnerable people checked, and they're able to go and be known to the kids or the adults and have a chat with them and talk about any concerns they might have with how their service is working. They deliberately don't align themselves with the workers because their job is to be a contact person for the clients, so that they, at least if there is systemic abuse happening, the hope is, the plan is, the theory is that person can at least be someone that they can speak to. Standing up for their rights, we've talked before about the Charter of Rights for, in this case, kids in out-of-home care, and the different age group, age-appropriate document stuff that they're given when they come into out-of-home care, with the cartoons and the pictures and the making it freely and easily accessible. There's also organisations like, this can also be made available in different languages. There's organisations like Create Foundation, which used to be SNIPIC, the State Network of Young People in Care. It's an organisation specifically set up to provide, well, actually by the people, young people in care. So yes, I've drifted back away from disability and aged care again, but it's an organisation specifically set up for kids in care, ideally run by, as much as possible, run by the kids themselves. So they will actually go in and mentor the younger ones, and they will go in and give them support and tell them about what their rights are and how they can survive all of that. Child-friendly language. Yes, we'll take a break soon so my voice can recover.